Hello everyone, welcome back to the 10-day HTML series. Today is day 4 and in the previous session we learned about ordered and unordered lists. Now in this session we are going to understand HTML attributes, list attributes, nesting and indentation. Before starting with the day 4, I hope you have completed the day 3 task. That is creating a recipe for your favorite dish. If you got stuck somewhere, here is the solution for it. Watch it and try again. Let's look at the sample output first. Here an h1 tag is used to create the main heading, egg noodles with Maggi recipe. Then an h2 tag is used for the subheadings ingredients and instructions. For the ingredients list, an unordered list is used as the order doesn't matter. For the step-by-step instructions, an ordered list is used, ensuring the steps follow a logical order. Finally, an h2 tag is used for enjoy. Now let's start writing the code. First, we start with the main heading using the h1 tag. Then we add the ingredient section using the h2 and the ingredients using the unordered list. Next, we add the instructions section and step-by-step preparation using the ordered list. Finally, we add a fun closing statement using h2, that is enjoy. That's it. Our egg noodles with Maggi recipe is ready. If you haven't completed the task yet, make sure to finish it before watching the day 3 session. If there's anything you didn't understand, go through the day 3 session again. We have already created a playlist named 10-day HTML journey, so you can easily find it there. Without further delay, let's get started with the day 4 session by understanding HTML attributes first. In HTML, attributes provide additional information about an element. Simply think of attributes as extra settings that allow us to modify how an HTML element behaves or how it looks. They always go inside the opening tag and follow the attribute is equals to value format. Here is a simple syntax of it. An opening tag contains an attribute and its corresponding value followed by the content and the closing tag. Remember, we can add multiple attributes to an HTML tag by separating them with a space. As I mentioned in the day 3 session, we can customize bullet points and numbering in lists. Now, let's dive into list attributes and see how they work. By default, an unordered list displays items with disk-shaped bullet points. However, we can change the bullet style using the type attribute. The available values of type attribute are circle and square. We don't need to modify the structure of our unordered list. We simply add the type attribute in the opening tag. For example, in the first list, I have set the type is equals to circle, and in the second list, I have set the type is equals to square. Now, when we render it, we can see the first list items appearing with circle bullets and the second list items appearing with square bullets. Coming to the ordered list attributes, as we know, ordered list lets us display items in a specific order using numbers, letters, or Roman numerals. By default, an ordered list displays items using numbers. Just like with the unordered list, we can modify its numbering style by adding the type attribute inside the opening tag. The available values for ordered list type are uppercase letters, lowercase letters, uppercase Roman numerals, lowercase Roman numerals. In this example, the first ordered list uses type is equals to A, that is uppercase letters. The second ordered list uses type is equals to 1, which is a lowercase Roman numeral. When we render it, the first three elements appear with uppercase letters A, B, C, and the next three items appear with lowercase Roman numerals 1, 2, 3. Remember, if you use an unordered list type like circle inside an ordered list, it won't work. An ordered list also has another useful attribute called start, which lets us begin numbering from a specific point instead of the default one. For example, let's say we have an ordered list with 2 points followed by a paragraph. Now, if we want to continue numbering from 3 instead of starting over, we use the start attribute in the ordered list tag. Here is how you can do it. Imagine we are creating a step-by-step guide for users to navigate an e-commerce website like Amazon or Flipkart. The first list starts with step 1 and 2 covering basic navigation. Then we have a paragraph explaining the next steps. The second list starts from step 3. So after the paragraph, we use start is equals to type. So the numbering continues from 3 instead of restarting from 1. When rendered, it will look like this. This makes our list more structured and meaningful when we need to continue numbering after a break. We also have the reversed attribute in ordered list, which reverses the numbering order. Unlike other attributes, reverse doesn't require a value. It works simply by being present in the opening tag. For example, I have added the reversed attribute here, and when rendered, it looks like this. The list starts from 5 instead of 1. When the reversed attribute is added, it reverses the numbering, so the list counts down instead of following the default order. This is useful when displaying rankings, countdowns, or priority-based lists like job search platforms, top companies, or highest paying careers. So whenever you need a countdown format, simply add the reversed attribute in the ordered list tag. We have learned how to style bullet points and numbering using list attributes. Let's take it one step further and talk about nesting elements inside each other. For example, we saw that we could already nest the list elements inside an unordered list, and you would see it indented like this. But we can actually go a step further and we can actually nest a list inside another list. So in this case, what you see is we have got the first unordered list that starts here, and this is where it ends. But we have also got another unordered list here, and this is where the second one begins and where it ends. When this is rendered in a website, this is what you will see. So you have got the first list, that is this entire part, and then inside the first list we have got a separate list under this particular bullet point. Now, how does the code look? Well, it looks quite simple. All you have to do is inside a list element, you see here how the starting list item is right here and the end list item is down here. Inside the list item, instead of simply just having a single line of text such as what we have got up here, instead we have actually embedded an entire unordered list. So first we will write the text for the list item, and then after the text we embed our unordered list, just as you would see in any other normal list. And then we end up with what's called a nested list. This is the part where indentation of our code becomes super important, because imagine the code looked like this and not like this. When you look at this code at a glance, it's a lot harder to see that you have got a list embedded inside another list, right? Because you have to actually read what each of these tags are instead of using the clues that's offered by that indentation. And as you can imagine, we can have even crazier nested lists like what I've got here. So there's actually three lists here. One is up here. This is the first list. This is an unordered list. And then we have got a second list right here, which is again an unordered list. And that's embedded under the list item for B. And then to complicate things, I have added a third ordered list that's listed under the second item right here. This amount of craziness starts to really highlight the issues that you are going to have reading this code. Imagine somebody else gave you this code and you have to figure it out without looking at this part. What is going on right here? It's a lot easier if we have it indented right, because we can clearly see one unordered list, the second unordered list, and the third ordered list, because they are all nicely indented and is a lot easier visually for when we are reading code. So when you are writing the code, make sure that your code is intended properly. Coming to the end, here is the day 4 task. In the day 3, we already saw how we can create simple list elements, whether it's ordered or unordered list. It's pretty simple to create just a list with some list items. But in this task, I want you to create something a lot more complex, such as a nested list structure with mixed list. And the screenshot of the expected output is here. Have a good think about it, take some time and try to complete this challenge. If you get stuck, feel free to drop your questions in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Happy coding.